Hello, 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 and welcome to Figment Farm. Today's going to be a fairly low energy, low spoon day because I'm exhausted for some reason. But yeah, we'll be back to bugging and building. We've made some progress on the lantern bug house, so I'm excited to show that off to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. This is also the first time that I'm going to have lyrical music playing in the background once I switch over to the game. So if the audio levels are a little wonky, let me know and I can adjust it. I was craving some Halsey today. So yeah. How are y'all doing? Hi, Paul. I almost just tried to type your shout out as just Paul. If you don't already follow Paul, please go do so. He's a very good friend of mine and my biggest mentor with streaming. And Paul, you're more than welcome to post your schedule in the chat if you know it. So yeah, I'm also apparently very disorganized mentally right now. So we saw that the bug dome was finished. And I wish I was on higher graphics so that you could see how pretty it looks. Paul sent me a video that if you want to trim down and post a blue sky, Paul, or if you don't mind me doing it and tagging you, I want to because the rays of sun shining through here are gorgeous during the day. But I also have it set up with the chessboard. And you kind of saw when I was looking up at the dome, but I set it up so that only the brown squares are placeable. So that there's no like placing this somewhere where it wouldn't actually be able to legally move. Instead, it'll click forward to the table. And then I also set up 12 ledges on either side. So 6 on that corner, 6 on this corner. For you to place the pieces that you capture from your opponent. I plan on also putting a little signpost over here with the mechanics. Just as far as like when you king one of your little bugs, you rotate it to indicate that it's a king, that sort of thing. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be using this to play checkers with people, but it's functional. I haven't decided on the roof colors yet. And I might also put some walls here to continue this curtain tunnel that I was making because I do really like this trippy entrance. I was playing with putting a partition here so that you can't get spoiled from inside the house on what that room is, but I don't think it did much. Except, made it less interesting to come out here. I wish they gave us internal doors that were, functional, but that's okay. And then over here, the bathroom is, at least as far as the bathroom partitions, they're nearly done. If you saw my blue sky posts leading up to this afternoon, which if you don't follow my blue sky, you should go do so. It's where I post updates about stream and a bunch of other random stuff. I need 1 more inky dragonfly and 3 more duskwing butterflies, which is what we're going to try to be getting today. And then this partition will be done. As far as styling and decorating this space, it's obviously not complete, but we'll work on that a little bit today as well. And then figure out maybe what to do with the rest of the house. And as always, if you're here and you're a Palia player and you want to join in with bug hunting or whatever else we end up doing, just shout it out in chat and we can party up. What are you up to right now, Paul? I think I saw you playing Star Wars. Alright. Since it's almost time for the Duskwing butterflies, but I don't want to run a lure just yet. I'm just gonna run around looking for dragonflies. Yeah, playing Star Wars Outlaws. How is that? Ooh, you're an inky. I'm also still generally catching starred flying bugs of other types, just in case I end up using them later. I did find that the cicadas are in the bigger terrariums, the same kind of glow bugs are in. So that part of the plan fell through, unfortunately. It's good. Really got back into it. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Hi, Vince. I am an inky. And Sweet Tater, hello. Thank you so much, Sweet Tater, for raiding Honey last night. I guess I had forgotten to tell her that I was sharing her stream on Blue Sky. Oops. And she was just like, this person raided me and said that she found out about me through you. I don't know what happened, but thank you. So thank you. And if y'all don't already follow Sweet Tater, please go do so. She's lovely. And if you know your schedule coming up, go ahead and post that as well if you'd like. I also can't ever resist Pond Hole. I was doing dragonfly hunting yesterday, and caught a red koi plushie. So, extra incentive now. And it's Monday, so I have none of my weeklies done. You love Halsey. Oh my god, this is great. Yeah, So I realized last week, I think, that my VODs are getting muted periodically for copyrighted music, even on the lo-fi stations. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna get muted on my VODs anyways, and I'm craving Halsey right now, I guess fuck it. Also, hello, honey. How are you? Has this been flared yet? No. Oh, shit. I need to flare this Dari. Okay. Red. C2. Okay. You're good. I'm good. Little low energy. A little unorganized. But overall good. And I have a Red Bull, so we'll see if that improves things or makes it worse. What are y'all up to right now? It's time that I can go do lures for Duskwing butterflies if y'all end up wanting to. And we can definitely do snail or rainbow tip lures later as well. I just can't with the fucking Duskwings because they're not rare, they're uncommon. So they don't show up on a fuzzy chart. Someone apparently caught 8 in one of my lures when they just kind of crashed the lure. And I saw 1 that whole time. I was frustrated. Oh, right eye. Wrong dragonfly. Vince, how are you doing? I don't remember if I asked. No, that sucks. Yeah, and I don't know if any of the 8 were starred or not. I didn't ask. But it was also slightly awkward because the person was like, well, I already caught 8, so no, I don't want to party up with you. And I was like, okay. Let's see if this is 50 plus away. Should be. Did you see it just moonwalking up the hill? There we go. And yeah, let me know if the audio balancing is off at all. I set it at the top, but this is my first time having lyrical music instead of lo-fi, so if things are a little wonky, let me know and I'll adjust. Are you starred? No. Oh my god, honey, when I was watching your stream, I didn't give you a shout out. I'm bad at this today. Go follow Honey Daisy. Last night was her 4th ever stream. She's doing fantastic. And she's very, very sweet, just like her name. So please, if you haven't already, go check her out. But yeah, when I was watching your stream last night and you were also bug hunting, I was losing my mind trying to find bugs that were chirping, that were not chirping at me. Because they'd startle on you, and I'd be like, where is this fucking bug? It was great. Vince, here's how you answered in your head, but yeah, you're good, good. What are you up to right now? You're welcome, honey. Yep, right, sure. You had 0 luck with bug plushies. Were you... I don't even remember. Were you primarily hunting rainbow tip? Oh no, you were going after ladybugs with your friend, right? Zoning out, Vince. Sounds about right. I started up stream and was just like, I've completely forgotten how to stream altogether. Maybe I shouldn't do this today. I feel you. Yep. Heard a chirp. You're not starred, I don't care. I can't tell if it's starred, I don't think so. Yeah, ladybugs, which you kept calling butterflies. There was something that we had the same thing around. Vince, Paul, if you remember, remind me, because I don't. But there was something similar where we would call it out, and the other two would just be like, what the fuck? And I know we had to get better about, like, differentiating between Azure Chappas and Azure Stonehoppers. So there's a lot, and especially when we saw an Azure Cicada randomly, there's a lot of just like, okay, no, we're calling out cicadas, and magic Chappas, silver Chappas. I think we've mostly abbreviated the stone hoppers to crickets or hoppers now, but it's confusing. Oh, Jesus. Many chirps. Five unstarred so far. We can follow this down and go to Central. You don't know, words just come out of your mouth. That's how it is a lot. Especially when it's like, oh, we startled a thing. Hurry and catch it. And especially, your Swiss cheese brain just can't remember. Fair. But especially when we're scattered like 100 meters apart, there's just panic of get over here and help with this thing. Wow. Where did that teleport to? Lots of briars today. And 0 ladybugs. You're not interesting. I scared something. Oh, hello. Seriously, that's why you felt bad saying butterfly when it was actually a ladybug. You were giving false hope. Yeah, especially with the rainbow tips down there. Another fish. I don't think it was on stream. I think it was just on call with Vince. I don't even think you were there, Paul. But I finally caught a waterlogged chest that had a makeshift lawn chair or whatever they call it, the hay bale. So my Ormu in my barn finally have some hay to eat. Right? You were just being slow, shaking your head. Yeah. It happens. And once it happens, it becomes an accidental habit too, which makes it worse. You weren't there, you just saw the screenshot. Gotcha. Was it right after we got off call or something? Either way, I couldn't believe it at first. Sounds right, yeah. And, you know, I'm probably never gonna catch another one. Oh, ladybugs. Wrong dragonfly. Wrong dragonfly. Wrong one. Oh, that's the right one. Trying to climb the stairs. Oh, that one's shiny. Get back here. Oh, I guess it's not. That's sad. I thought we were done with the dragonfly hunt. I was starting to hope that maybe we could start saving towards a new PC for me. And for the first time ever, our check engine light in this car, our check engine light is on. So we're not sure what's going on, but we just put a shit ton of money into the car. And now we're apparently potentially going to need to again. So that's exciting. My wife did just apply for FAFSA, though, which she didn't, I think because she was deciding to start school late last semester. So with any luck, we'll have to pay less, and we can put more money towards other things. She also, I didn't post these pictures in the group chat, Vince and Paul, but she told me like a week and a half ago, where am I going? That she had seen something on Poshmark that wasn't clothing, but she was pretty sure I'd like. And she didn't tell me what it was. And it turned out to be an isopod plushie with 3 baby isopods inside of it. And I almost cried. I'll have to send those pictures to y'all later. You're sorry to hear that. Life is just lifing, honey. Yeah, absolutely. And like, all things considered, we're in an okay financial position to deal with it. Even if we have to throw it all on a credit card, we can chip away at it pretty quick. But it's just like, oh, we're finally gonna, see some relief from this. Ah, never mind. We are approaching pay increase season, like performance review season, basically, at work, and potentially looking at a profit share this summer, which doesn't make any sense considering some of the shit we're dealing with because of tariffs and stuff. But if they want to pay me more money in the short term, I'll take it. How weird and perfect. Vince, yeah, absolutely. Let me actually send you guys those pictures right now. Because it's worth seeing, and I love them so much. Yay, that's awesome. You hope I get that raise. Thank you. It would be very helpful, but I was on medical leave for 6 months. And it was basically entirely in the past, calendar year. So my contribution was extremely low, even if, I'm generally a relatively high contributor for my job code. So I don't expect much, but my wife carried far more than her weight on her team. So I'm hoping she at least gets a good boost. Sorry, Nicole. Also, I was going to ignore this text, but it's a cry for help, so I feel kind of bad. Give me just a sec. One of my friends, he's a lovely, lovely man. Um, but he also is very quirky. And, like, he desperately needs therapy to sort some of his shit out. And he insists on using Chat GPT for therapy. And according to him, it's because then he doesn't have to worry about, like, assessing how the other person is feeling or thinking or whatever, like the therapist. And it's just better for him to be talking to a robot. All right, we're done with the dragonfly hunt. But like it's the last thing he told me about his therapy sessions, quote unquote, with ChatGPT was that they were building a rocket ship together. And I have concerns. Geez, ChatGPT is dumb as shit. Yeah. I am very much against generative AI and ChatGPT and that sort of thing, let alone for something as delicate as therapy. And like, don't get me wrong, there are issues with like psychiatric care in general. And it's very easy for bad therapists or psychiatrists or whatever to get involved in the process. But at least they're humans who have undergone training. And I don't know. It's hard not being able to talk him out of something like that. Big. Oh, apparently I got another one at some point too. Okay. But at the same time, like, I can't exactly try to put my foot down when it's his brain. So I have given him my perspective that he has not listened to, but he just texted me saying that today was trying to be a hard day. And that I told him that I couldn't talk right now, but I could later. And he just brushed it off. So that's good. I think he's about y'all's age, Paul and Vince. Trying to remember. I think he might actually be a little older. I think he's around 45, 46. Oh, I'm a great friend. I neglect him a little bit more than I should. You could save a lot on copays, right? I mean, hell, with the amount of research I usually do into things, I could, if I could get ChatGPT to write me valid prescriptions, that would be one thing, but the rest of it, not so much. Don't let it drain me now, though. Yeah, no. Like I said, I love him, but he's not someone I would ever, like, room with or anything if I had any other choice. Just because he's a lot. And he's one of those people who is constantly, like, on. And I'm very low energy. I can fake extroversion a little bit, not enough. All right, I'm gonna run to town to buy some bouillabaisse. And then if any of y'all Palia players in chat or lurking want to party up for some bug lures, I'll be going after the Duskwing butterflies at the temple. So not something most people are probably hunting, unfortunately. But yeah, they're uncommon, so it's not pleasant to try to do myself. Because I can't track them with a buzzy jar. And I just realized I brought buzzy jars with me. Out of habit. It's fine. And I'll repair my stuff while I'm down here. I really need to do some gardening. I'm running out of money. I bought a whole bunch of buildings and stuff from the City Hall store. And then, which way do I need to go? And then haven't been playing enough to garden religiously, so I am suffering for it now. Oh, I'm rich at richness? No. No, my comfortable level of richness is like 400k. And I haven't been at that for like 2 weeks. It's stressing me out a little bit. You've never hit 400k? I was at like 500k for a little while. And then I bought a bunch of buildings. No self-restraint here. Give me instant gratification. That's fair. That's how I'd normally be. But, like, there's not a ton in this game that I want. And then since I'm, like, building more, I started buying up all the furniture and tishes in the underground. And then had regrets. So I need to just restrain myself and, like, how do streamers save up like 100 prize coins and stuff? You could never. That's true. Like, I did a batch of 20 of the prize coins from Hot Pot one time, I think. And even that was like murderously hard. Before I drop a lure, last call. Anyone want to join it? Sorry if y'all could hear that. You still haven't finished your chores? Fair. You're cooking dinner? Also fair. Then here we go. I've thought about running this with like a smoke candle to try to make it easier. But then I'd have to be like throwing bombs to scare stuff away or whatever for the bugs that normally startle. You don't hate money, so you can't run off with your garden untended and your jars unfilled. That's madness. Yeah, well, I don't hate money either, but I'm actively streaming, and I don't think taking care of my garden is what most people want to say. Starred common blue butterflies shouldn't be allowed to flee. Did I see something? I thought I saw something flapping over here. It must have just been that player. Maybe this guy. There we go. Jesus. I accidentally hit something else. Hey, hating money is your thing. Yeah. These things are way too rare to be listed as uncommon. I wonder if I've missed any already. Okay, that was a quick lure. Oh, that's one I caught by accident. You're not caught, you're just not running away. Okay. That was weird. Everything is glitching. Yeah. It's been bad since this last patch. I mean, it's always bad, but it's been, like, noticeably worse. I'm also surprised that, at least so far, I haven't had my game crash trying to change maps, because it was crashing constantly on Wednesday. And home tours specifically and loading into Kilima specifically have been really bad for me. So, I don't know. And I mentioned, like, they're looking into what's causing the issue, but I haven't seen an announcement for a hotfix yet. So, we'll see. I don't have very high hopes for it getting resolved anytime soon, which is frustrating. Yep. Oh shit, I think that was a butterfly I just saw escape. That's fine. Or it was a glitched one that teleported. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that's a regular button. Never mind. Yeah, they're teleporting all over the place. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a spotted mantis for a second. Oh. I saw something darker blue. No. It was just the side of the butterfly. Vince. Vince, what did you just send us? $3,000 bugs. Oh. Jesus Christ. I wonder if it actually is, though, because there are a lot of things that carry over. Like trees and stuff. That is impressive, though. I like the bug Eiffel Tower in the background. And it looks like it's mostly glow bugs. 3,000-ish bugs. I'm gonna put the name of the user in chat if any of y'all want to go tour. Also, that doesn't make me jealous, it just makes me hurt for them. Because with those being mostly glow bugs, that's about 3 times what I caught. And no thank you. I'm okay. That's not who I wanted to hit with that, thank you. As long as it doesn't give you ideas. No. No. I still want to incorporate bugs into, like, more of the plot that I'm building, but also I'm already at, like, 2,000 items on that plot. If you never ever got rid of one, you'd have that by now easily. Yeah, probably. And I know I had sold a bunch before I decided to do the dome. So, it is what it is. But, would not be fun to start from 0 and go for that, by any means. Are you done with your chores yet, Vince? Oh, actually, it's not time anymore. They're daytime only, morning and day. So, let's go back home and build for a bit. we can at least finish the dragonfly layers. Okay, hold on to these for now. And then let's get set up. I don't remember exactly where I left off with these. So that was the last round. And I just need an inky and a regular butterfly. And I'm going to grab one extra butterfly for cancellation placement, which, as I'm building, I'll try to name what glitches I'm using as best as possible so that you can go check out Code Red Alert on YouTube and find relevant videos if you want to not necessarily follow along, but, you know, do your own glitch building. These glitches are, for the most part, only applicable to PC players. I should grab some wood blocks too. Yep. But yeah, go check out his stuff. Taking notes, mental notes. I've already sent you his link, honey. You're good. And if you want, after stream, I can go back into our chat and pin the messages for you. Or you can go do that. But his advanced building techniques video covers most of the glitches. And then he has other ones for like the gourmet set, which I will not be using today, I don't think. Or at least not for this part. And then he has ones of like how to create a barn, how to create an attic, that sort of thing. So his stuff is very, very helpful. That's the cancellation glitch that I just did, where you pick something up and pull something out of your inventory before you place it. And then I'm going to see, what's the order on this? Inky next. I'm going to see if I can do this without having to unrotate. Yeah, that looks like it's aligned properly. These were giving me trouble last building a stream, I think, because their placement rules are strange. But looks like I won't have to cancel place at all, which is nice. This one's just really hard to see the center point to line it up. Let's see if that does it. Yeah. Okay, so with this one that I cancel placed, now if I switch plots and come back in, it'll snap back into where it belongs. Oh, good, you're covered then. Yeah. The barn and the attic builds are very good. Yes. Yeah, they're fantastic, and they're easy to modify for sure. The way I set up my build is different than he recommends because I didn't quite like his format and was worried about item count. But he shows you a lot of good techniques in the process that are kind of hard to convey without a specific build in mind. So his videos are really, really helpful. What's cute, honey? This, the wall, or the barn and attic builds? And then I need more dusk wings before I can start building the final column here. Yes, the wall. Thank you. I was only going to do this first wall to just separate the toilet from the bath, but this room was big enough that I wanted to try this out, and I think it works okay. I don't know if I like the bookshelf necessarily, um, so I might switch that out, but I'm also very glad for the spa set because all the little succulents and stuff really set the mood. All of it, honestly. Thank you. And then there's these, which I'm kind of wondering if I should raise the mirrors a bit, but they're already like higher than your face for the most part, so they wouldn't really be practical. It's just kind of weird with the intersection of the faucet, but that's okay. Um, I'm also going to have to do some cover up measures outside because I was hoping these turned tables didn't actually stick out. They do. They unfortunately do. So you can see that one there, which isn't too bad. And then that one there, which is visible from the chessboard. Oh yeah, honey, you came in just a little bit after I finished showing this off. So obviously I haven't, decorated the great room / foyer yet. But you come through and I'm thinking about adding walls here so that I can continue these curtains all the way down. And then you're in the chessboard room. Your brain itches seeing the sticky outy bits, Paul. And then this is actually set up so that only the brown squares are actually placeable. So they have tables. Technically, the center section you can place whatever on. Unfortunately, because that's what the chessboard is set on. But otherwise, while you're playing, if you try to put something on a white square, it won't let you. So you can't make any illegal moves in that sense. And then these little butcher's blocks up here are for if you capture an opponent's plushie, you can put them up here, out of the way. When Vince and I were playing before, we were just throwing them in the walkway, and it was a mess. So each side has 12. Realistically, you're not going to take all 12, most likely, but that way you can. Yeah. I also have like 15 more lantern bug plushies. So if you need any or want to run any more giveaways, honey, just let me know. I have too many. Ms. Moth Thickums, yes. Yeah, and the ladybugs and beetles would probably be more appropriate, like checkered token sizes. But I don't have anywhere near enough ladybugs, but I have like some. And then I definitely don't have enough proudhorns. So I'm a little over halfway to ladybugs. That wouldn't be too bad. But then I have 2 proudhorns. So definitely not an easy feat. And they're not night bugs, which is kind of the point of that area. But who knows? You need to work on your plushie game. How do other streams give away like 23 plushies? I mean, I can't really talk at this point because I've been hoarding way too many. But I definitely understand what you're talking about. This is from, like, how long have we been playing together, Vince and Paul? Like, a year and a half, maybe? I don't remember exactly, but this is like solid amounts of grinding. Especially the fish plushies. I played for like 13 hours straight. on release day and got 11 of them. So it's a sign of unhealthy dedication. All right. I also want to figure out what lamps I want to put up top here. I was initially thinking homestead. I think. Yeah, homestead small lamps. You have no concept of time, worse to ask. Not quite a year yet. You maybe started playing Palia in April, most likely after Vince badgered you. Yeah, I don't think it was before we moved into the house. And we officially moved in towards the end of March. So then I'm trying to think of what the first update after I came back would have been, but I have no idea. Either way, somewhere close to a year's worth of grinding got me most of those plushies. And then I also wanted to try the Moonstruck. I don't know that any of the other table lamps will necessarily be good. I could try Bellflower. I'm also not going to dye any of these yet until I know if they fit the vibe. There are some of those, like the Maji Market lamps, that would be great, but I would have to glitch them on presents, and I don't want to put that much work in. This is also going to be disgusting visually, so I apologize. But spaces be narrow. Okay, Bellflower is too tall by a lot, which would be kind of funny, because then it just looks like a vase. Is Homestead also too tall? The desk lamp? Yes, okay. So, let me jump down here so I have somewhere to grab it from. What I'm about to do is the collision placement glitch. So I'm going to put this somewhere where it's colliding and unable to be placed. And very rapidly, but not at the same exact time, press my placement button, and then the inventory slot that the item I actually want placed is in. So now that's there. And I don't think I actually read this off, honey, but yes, someday you will get there with plushies. Up. So, up. Can I reach the Bellflower? No. Oh, did I just turn off? Yes. Okay. So, the Homestead small lamp is cute as expected. And it looks really nice and sure if I were to recolor it. Moonstruck does almost nothing as far as lighting. And the Bellflower lamp looks silly as expected. Let me pick it up and place it a little more separately so that I can see better how much light it's actually giving off. And I was on the wrong inventory row. Okay. Not placed correctly, but that's fine. So that actually does cast a fair bit of light without it glowing up the ceiling, because it's in the ceiling. So it is tempting. It's also a little bit more ambient because the main, like, bloom point is hidden. I just don't know how I feel about having, like, seemingly pointless vases on top of this wall when it's not abundantly clear. Oh, Fidgeman is streaming right now. Might read out to them if they're still on later. I wish the Moonstruck lamp did anything, but it's just not bright. Oh, it is off right now. It does technically do something, but it's still not bright. That is cute. Hi, Landriona. How are you? And you agree? Yeah. It's not as bad as the Lily Ratton chandelier, at least. Why can't I get up here now? I need to see what this looks like in Shore. Because the red doesn't look bad, but it also kind of looks bad. So I'll color those two, the Moonstruck and the Homestead. And I'll grab an extra Moonstruck because I think I had one in Autumn. You're good, mostly trying to kick a sinus infection. Ugh, it sounds awful. I'm sorry. Have you gotten antibiotics or anything for it already? Ooh. Calathea is mostly blue. That might not be bad, because the Dragontide has a slightly more green tint to it. And then I'm just going to leave that one alone for now. Okay, Homestead 1, Homestead 2, and I'm just gonna also set up over here to give them a more fair, independent demonstration. Okay, this is Alethea, and this is Shore. Okay, you go bed now. See you later. Bye, Paul. Thanks for coming by. Sleep tight. Okay, I really like the Calathea Moonstruck. Neither of them really do a lot to light up the room, so I'm still gonna need supplementary lighting regardless, but I think the Calathea is the most fitting. I can't believe the shore is on. It's so dark. Although alternating them is kind of fun, I think. Nah, I'm just gonna do Calathea. I keep getting confused because the wood in my backpack glows. And then I'm like, wait, what is giving me a pink light over here? Okay, now the next question is, how many of these do I need and how expensive are they gonna be? If I only make 4 more, that should be fine. Making 32 Dragontide end tables was spendy. You can see I'm down to very little in terms of at least flow wood. I do have some planks that are probably made on my other claw, but it was a little brutal. I think I went through like 240 flow wood or something. Oh, and it's daytime. So if any of y'all want to do a Duskwing Butterfly lure with me, holler in chat, because I'll be heading over there in a minute. And we can party up and hopefully get it over with. Is that centered? Yes. Still have about 5 days before it's determined to be bad enough for antibiotics. That's really frustrating. I'm sorry, Landriana. You'll join Vince? Cool. Let me just place these and turn them on, and then I'll head over. Centered. That one's not centered. Oh. Okay, it was. Oh, I didn't consider that with the other one. It's going to be a little wonky because these things, placement boxes, get weird. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, that looks fine. It's what you get for having severe seasonal allergies while also catching your son's cold. It's viral instead of bacterial. Jeez. I mean, none of that is your fault, though. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Why does the math seem... Oh, because that just doesn't even have... So I'll have to make one more of each once the wall's done, but that's okay. It's cute for now. You palled. And I'll grab 2 more lures just to be safe. Okay. I don't think I'm... Oof. Let me also repair real quick. It failed. Okay. True, you can tell when you're on the upswing of any illness, though. You started getting irritated at not being able to do your regular stuff without getting worn out, and you started getting irritated about 36 hours ago. Well, that's progress, hopefully. Oh, Palia just crashed. I tried to go to kill him. Palia said no. I hope your upswing progresses much faster than 36 more hours. And how's your son feeling now? You said he had a cold. He's doing pretty well, actually. Almost completely over it already. That's good. Uh, ba, 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 ba. After all that, we didn't even end up on the same server, Vince. Oi, yeah. I jumped to yours. We'll see. Okay. It was taking a suspiciously long time to load. Buffy Theodora. Very nice username. Are you enjoying the waterfall? The fountain? And remember, they don't respond to buzzy jars, so do your best. And to anyone else in chat or lurking, you're welcome to come party up if you want to. Just holler. We're looking for starred duskwings. I wanted to set this song as my alarm for a while. I think we might have, actually. But then it just made me hate it. So. Spotted mantis. Not what we need, but... This is now the third lure where I have yet to see any. And these bugs are supposed to be uncommon. Also, focus check. Okay. Next one. Oh, I haven't given many updates on the isopod colonies in a while. But I did get another wild caught one started after the old one died out. And I just added 14 more to it because the initial one was like 11. So I got some more from a bunch of different locations in my yard to try to vary genetics a little bit. So we'll see. Hopefully in a couple of months they'll be nice and settled in. And then the colony I got from my friend, I need to finish cleaning out that jar to make sure there aren't any others in there because it was self-sustaining before. So I'm not worried that my negligence has hurt anything, but I also just need that jar out of the way. But the ones I pulled out of there are all doing great, and I think there are actually some babies. They're a little bit older, but some of them, like, none of them I actually intentionally put in there, so they must have still been with their mothers. So that's exciting. It's not the invasion of babies that I had in the previous wild caught colony by any means, but I'll take a few here and there. And with any luck, they don't look like it right now, but with any luck, they'll be from the giant variety that's in there. Because that would be fun to have more of those. Getting close to another focus check fence. Oh. Lure's done. Spit out like 10 more butterflies and then called it a day. Okay, refill. Let me grab a quick drink. Felt myself getting a little raspy. All right, next one. I keep thinking the telescope is a person. I think it was you, Vince, who gave me that idea of it being a person. And now I haven't been able to unsee it. Oh, is that... No, that's a regular, I think. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I do keep followers anonymous on this channel to protect both you and me. And if you prefer to stay lurking, by all means, please go ahead. But I appreciate your support. Thank you. The sound alert scared me, not gonna lie. Also, we're now at 31 followers. And every 5 followers up until I get affiliate, I'll be releasing a little teaser of what's to come on Blue Sky. So if you don't already follow me there, go do so. And stay tuned, because in 4 followers or so, I'll be releasing the animated version of the Wheeze emote that I posted like a week and a half ago for the 30 follower mark. Yay! Indeed, honey. Yay, indeed. And then immediately got a spam bot. Perfect. Oh yeah, honey, I saw you get a spam bot yesterday before I had to switch to lurk. If you I think it was you. Yeah. If you want, I can send you the link to Seribot. And they take care of that immediately for me, automatically. All right. That's 5 lures without a single Duskwing. So we're doing great. He did see something weird in the comments. He didn't know what that was. Yeah, the one I just got, the Seribot automatically blocked, looked almost identical to the one you had. I was gonna cut in an offer to ban them for you if you wanted to mod me or whatever, but didn't want to interrupt because I think you were doing a lure or something at the time. Oh, what did the bots do? In the case of the spam bots, they just post that link to try to get you to buy followers and stuff. And that's just a scam. Some of them will post different things as well. I haven't seen any like porn bots or anything, but they'll post different variations of like, this is how you buy followers and shit. Sometimes you'll get like mass follow campaigns that are all just bot spam that can get you in trouble as well. I haven't seen any of those yet, but it can happen. And I don't know if I just said this, but it can get you in trouble if Twitch thinks that you bought those followers. And Seribot has like a ban list basically of these are accounts that have been reported as being spam bots and stuff. So when they pop into your chat, they'll automatically get banned. Your husband's your only mod, and he tries his best, but it's new to him too. Yeah, if you want to mod me, we can just discuss the general policy you want me to use. But if I'm in chat, I'm more than happy to just take some quick action. And Nerf Herder Games, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. You get loads trying to sell you live 2D models as well. Gotcha. Those? And this is where it gets a little confusing too, because I get a lot of people who are like, let me make you assets. And sometimes they'll play nice for a little bit, but it's always like the same script of, hi, how are you? Do you stream for a living? Do you want assets? So I don't know if they're actually bots or real people just thinking that that script works. But yeah, I get a lot of those too. You will mod me. That's a bit spicy. I mean, listen, if we weren't both married, I might not be opposed to that kind of spicy, but given the situation, it might not be appropriate. Oh yeah, you get those all the time too. You think they're people, but they're just hustling. Yeah, this is not in response to anybody here, just to clarify. But I set up this command and used to have it running automatically because I was getting so many. And that's what I mean, honey, when I said that I was going to or that I could discuss with you, what your policy wants to be for banning and blocking people, because Paul and I agreed that at this point, like, people get one warning and then they're banned. Like, if you come in and you're trying to hustle, and like with all of y'all who are streamers who I know, I'll tell you, like, post your schedule or whatever, and that's fine. But if you come in and you're like, I want to sell you shit, and I say, hey, cut it out, and you keep trying to sell me shit, it's not going to be happy. And it's going to throw off the vibe of the stream for a bit. So, like, just get the fuck out. I'm sorry that happens to you so much, Nerf Herder, though. What would you like me to call you, by the way? So much information, you didn't know this. Yeah, I knew there was some stuff that happened, but most of the streamers I was watching had them taken care of automatically, so I never saw it. Nightbot sounds good. I might have to get that too. Don't offer you a mini cow, you might fall for it. Nerf Herder is fine, cool. Welcome in. Nightbot is great though. It seems kind of limited on the surface, but there's actually a fair amount you can do with it. I did also set a new timer one, since I'm getting closer to affiliate. We'll see how it goes over. If I end up feeling weird about it, I'll take it back off. Honey, if somebody tried to sell me a mini cow, I would want to be able to fall for it, for sure. They do, there's a breed or variety of isopod called dairy cow isopods. So in a way, you could have a very mini cow. Oh my god. Do you play Palia, Nerf Herder? Cows are the way to your heart. So when I lived in Switzerland, my dad and I would take walks through these like miles-long pastures. And I guess there had been a couple stampedes or something that had killed people in the nearby villages, so everyone was scared of the cows. But they would come right up to us, and I would always go home covered in slobber by the end of it from them licking me. It was fantastic as a child, and I've loved cows ever since. Ranger, hello! Welcome in. Let me give you a shout out. Vince, you're gonna have to cover me, I'm sorry. Ugh, I just hit all of the buttons. Okay. No, you've never played it. You're a sucker for farming games, though. Absolutely check it out. It's a glitchy fucking menace of a game. And I complain a lot about the developers. Also, focus check, Vince. You're playing Fields of Mystery at the moment. Fields of Mystery is good. I need to get back into it because I started a playthrough and then I think Palia released an update that I was real into and I just got sucked back in. But Fields of Mystery I was really liking. But yeah, Palia is a lot cozier than Mystria. There's no actual combat of any sort. There is hunting, but like the huntable creatures currently can't do anything to you. You don't have a health bar. There are data leaks suggesting that upcoming huntable creatures will be able to like essentially debuff players, but there still won't be health. But yeah. Palia! Indeed. And Ranger, if you want to, by all means, post your stream schedule. How have you been, Ranger? I was really confused when I caught your stream, like, last week or whenever, week before last, and you weren't streaming with Geeko. I thought you would be. And then I get in, and she's nowhere involved, and I think she went live, like, half an hour to an hour later. I honestly don't think these butterflies exist at this point. We're getting fewer of the butterflies than we do rainbow tips when we hunt those. Oh, you haven't really been sticking to your schedule due to chronic illness? Gotcha, that's tough. I definitely understand, at least from the perspective of, you know, my wife's chronic illness and mental illness stuff. I'm sorry to hear that, though. Hopefully you've been able to get plenty of rest and self-care in the meantime. Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Gotcha. So, I was gonna say if you stream on a day that I stream, let me know in advance and I'll make sure to raid out to you. But those are none of the days that I stream. So, if you ever start streaming on Mondays or Wednesdays, let me know, I guess. Either way, if you're not already following Ranger, go do so. As I won't be able to drag you there. This is so sad. How's your ammo supply and equipment doing, Vince? Doing okay? Another duplicate sticker. Also, yeah, that Monday you were streaming with your brothers, but the Tuesday following that was your birthday stream, so you did a 10-hour stream in celebration. I saw that and was busy as fuck that day, and I felt so bad. Also, happy belated birthday. I need to see what day my birthday's on this year, like what day of the week. It was on Thanksgiving last year, so I know it's not on Thanksgiving this year. Be fun if it was on Black Friday. Hey, now it's fine if I was busy. It's not a big deal, but yeah, and thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I try to catch y'all when I can, but like Geeko always streams like when my wife is home and I'm chilling with her because she started going back to school for physical therapy. So when she's not doing classes, we try to spend time together, which is uncommon sometimes. So Geeko's always like, yeah, I'm going live as I'm like settling in to watch anime with my wife. Your time range might work better for me, actually. I'll have to pay closer attention because now with daylight savings in effect, I should be able to catch your streams at least for a little bit. Because that's usually when she's walking the dog. Completely understandable, get the cuddles and quality time. Yeah. And, you know, Vince already yells at me about that enough. And Ranger, if you're online right now, you're more than welcome to hop over and party up with us. But there is no pressure either way. Actually, I take that back just because this day cycle is almost over. And these fuckers don't spawn at night. Even though they're dusk wings. But if you pop online for the next day cycle, just let me know. No pressure either way, though. I don't even know if I'm going to have the patience to deal with these guys anymore. You would, but you're exhausted. Very fair. I burned through 9 lures on stream so far and have not seen a single duskwing. So my patience is pretty well exhausted. It's been a long day. Hopefully nothing too bad. Well, thanks for the help, Vince. We tried. I didn't expect to potentially have to reconsider what fucking butterflies I'm putting in my bathroom because uncommons are too rare. But, you know. Duskwing, thought those spawn at night? Nope, I don't think so. Oh, that's the wrong one. Because I was checking last time we were hunting them. Morning and day. It would make sense for night. Or even like dusk and dawn, I could see. Even though that would be a little silly. But nope. What? That makes no sense, but alright. Yeah. I think that was my exact reaction. Because I was bouncing between needing gossamers and duskwings. And then we got like 5-star gossamers and 1 lure. So I was like, okay, cool, let's just, run on down. And then realized this was morning and day. And we still had buzzy jars on, and we're waiting for those to trigger. And then discovered that they wouldn't because they're uncommon. It's been fun. I'm going to see what what rainbow tips look like in the build because I think I have at least 4 of those. And if they don't look too out of place, then I might just do that. Oh, thanks for ditching the party Vince. That sounds passive aggressive, but I mean it genuinely. How much ammo did I use? Having a breakthrough. Okay. Restocked. Let me see. Oh yeah, Ranger, have you seen the plot that I've been working on, like, at all so far? It's not this one. This is just where I have all my tools and stuff. No? Okay. I'll do a full tour when we get there. I'm just gonna grab this plushie real quick. So, you might be aware that I had been collecting lantern bugs, right? This is still very much a work in progress, as you can see. But if we come through here, I finished collecting lantern bugs and have a fully enclosed courtyard. At least the roof is fully enclosed. My plots always impress you. Thank you. This plot probably won't be too much more exciting than it currently is because I'm 1,000 away from item limit. Oh, my lantern bug. Yeah. And then I'll show you too, on top there's a subdome. But I'm at 1975 for the item limit. So it's not going to go well moving forward, but we'll see. So up here is a basically unstarted rooftop garden. But you can see the subdome. So this took 986, I think, green lantern bugs. And then 24 blue ones, I think. I mean, that's understandable since you have 15,000 lantern bugs. Yeah, there was a name I posted in chat, I think Elizabeth Wild, a little bit ago, because Vince sent a plot that somebody made that's just called 3,000 bugs, and it's mostly lantern bugs. Actually, since I'm here, let's tour that shit. Fuck it, I tagged this ADHD for a reason. Okay, that was not it. Oh, it's an I. Gotcha. Elizabeth. And then I'll show you the bathroom we've been working on, Ranger, once I get back to my plot. So, this is the one Vince sent. So, rows of plushies. Which, if I think it was Nyx, if she hasn't shown you her Bumblebee altar, definitely ask her to, Ranger, because it's incredible. Okay, so some of these are ladybugs and stuff, all bracketed by their plushies. But this is a lot of bugs. And they spelled it out here. This is awesome. Yeah. That whole thing that people were doing for a long time of like, come look at my fish or my bug tower. This is very much that idea. But a lot more polished. And a lot more obnoxious. In like a good way. Let's see. Bug Cathedral. I mean, that's sort of what I built. Theirs was very open air bug temple. I actually thought about making the courtyard like a phoenix shrine instead. And then they released the checkerboard set, and I was like, well, let's see if it fits, and it fits almost perfectly. Oh, and I'm probably going to put walls here, and I might do this after I finish up the bathroom partitions to continue this repeating curtain pattern because I kind of like it. But yeah, and then in here, we've been working on the bathroom. So this is why we were trying to grab more dusk wings. I might replace that patterning with rainbow tips. So it would have to be a rainbow tip on the bottom here. And I think I can get away with just... Is that about right? Yeah, that looks about even. It's definitely a bright change. It almost makes me want to do the whole inner row just rainbow tips. Landry, I know you're partially excited about the new mining track decor. Can fairly easily become the hanging bridges. Oh, for your treehouse encampment plot? Yeah, absolutely. And they're big bridges. I was playing with them a little bit on last stream, and I was surprised at how large they are. I'm a little disappointed that the stairs don't quite match the bridges, just in terms of size and like material appearance, but it's not the worst by any means. Let me grab the gossamers and see how they look stacked. Because if I do it all rainbow tipped, I only need one more, which really isn't bad. I think that looks okay. It's a shame because I really like how the Duskwings look. But I can use this one for something else down the line or get more later. Why is this one technically in the way? That's funny. Okay, so cancel place. Or sorry, collision place. Fuck, I forgot about that. So when you do collision placement, you can't do it on something that's been rotating or rotated on a not 90-degree rotation. I don't know why, it just snaps to whichever way you were facing. I'll just use the Duskwing for this. Get a little bit better aligned. All right, enjoy your lurk, Ranger. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm trying to get this to where when I release the grid, it doesn't really move so that I can just reposition it without really repositioning it. That way it doesn't really look any different, but hopefully it'll let me place the rainbow tip now. Yay. Something in this stack must have gotten slightly askew. So it was just deciding not to let me interact properly. And then gossamer tip on top. There. The walls are done. And there's a little bit of extra bragging in there because I'm using epic butterflies instead of uncommon ones that don't spawn. Oh, and I do have an unlurk command now. I did not have one for a while. What does the lurk mean? The lurk just means that Ranger is going to be chilling with the stream up, but not necessarily paying enough attention to like participate in chat or whatever. A lot of times I'll do a lurk if I'm like doing lures or sometimes I have a stream up while I'm paying bills or, you know, whatever it is. Sometimes my lurks too are Twitch at 2% volume in the background because, you know, I'm away watching anime with my wife or something. Like fully no attention paid, but still getting that viewer count there for them. Okay. Oh, Ranger, I meant to show you the attic before I got too distracted. Oopsies. Maybe when you come back from lurk. Oh, okay. Here, I'll show you real quick before you disappear again. So this is using Code Red Alert's 3rd edition of his attic build. And I'll do the command for his link again in a minute. But little shelf area, other little shelf area, and then curved walls. That was it. I just know you've seen my Lily Ratton attic on the other plot. So this is the new and improved one. What? Yeah, this took me far longer than it should have. And that's also why the roof is so much more chaotic with me having had to hide things. But you do not have the patience for that. His video is actually really easy to follow. Excuse me. So let me post that real quick. It's to his entire YouTube channel, not just his attic video. But it's definitely worth checking out. This extra crap that I did is just my brain being broken. But yeah, enjoy your lurk. I'll have to replace that wall, it looks like. Let's see. KK, bye for now. Enjoy. Thanks for coming back to see the attic. Okay. I didn't remember what slot that was in. Okay. So let me do. Oh, before I do that, let me get the additional lights up before I forget to. And then I think I'll do the curtains leading into the checkerboard. I keep forgetting to grab my builder's blocks, and then I'm like, how do I stand up? Okay. And then I do need to dye them before I put them up. Calathea. Okay. Also, I've been having a lot of issues with their new updated snapping, as evidenced by. But the ceilings now also accept the boxes, which can be placed underneath things. They don't accept walls, floors, pillars, or ramps, but they do expect the builder's crates. So that's improvement for sure. That made the curtain setup much easier. That's centered. And that's centered. There we go. Oh, and I do also need to figure out the height of the water in here. So that I can glitch a rubber ducky to be floating in it. It's not very tall. Let me compare it to... Okay, so the small line on that. Oops. I don't remember if I still have the shelf jig over here, but I think I do. Yes. Oh, it's so hard to see out here. Okay, we'll see if that's good. Let me go grab a plate. So what we're about to do is generally referred to as the floating or rotation glitch. They're basically the same thing. I did not grab a rubber ducky. That would help. But basically what we're going to do is convince the game that somehow the item gets placed higher up than the anchor item actually stays. So I think this is the correct direction. Gonna start with the plate down below. Up here, we're gonna cancel place it. So I'm gonna pull the duck out of my inventory instead of left clicking to place the plate. And then for this, you need a secondary placement button, which is a setting option, or you can cancel your placement and then pull it back out. And then use your normal placement button. And now it's floating when you place the anchor back down. Now, when you're doing this glitch, if you pick up the floating object, it'll fall back down and you can't place it down and have it snap back. You would have to just cancel placement. You always have to grab the anchor or group select to grab them both. Very similar for the rotation glitch. You just move the shelf so that it's rotated instead. But I don't need the ducky rotated. Now, I don't want this to actually be placed inside the tub, even though it'll let me. So I'm going to have to cancel place the tub out of the way. And I probably should have marked vaguely where the tub was. I didn't have an object to cancel place. Hold on. But I can just kind of guesstimate towards the center here. I don't want it fully centered, so let's try right there, and then reload the plot to get the bathtub to come back. You could also wait to place the bathtub altogether and collision place it in, but since I already had it placed, this is easier for me. Because at least then, like, the placement for the bathtub stays consistent, and I can just cancel place it out of the way as much as I need to until I'm happy with where the duck is. You can also do this if you have someone with editor privileges come over, and they can help you by ghosting the bathtub out of the way. But this is how you do it single-handedly. I like that rotation and general alignment, but I want it further forward. So let's cancel the tub out of the way again. And bring it forward a little bit. That should be good. All right. Perfect. Now I didn't actually see. I'm trying to get a better look at how well aligned this duck is with the water. I think it might be a little too high. Should have considered that better before I finalized the placement, but what we can do is mark the placement that we have. So once I get the duck lowered a little bit, I'll still know where to place it. So for marking things out like this, some people use the wood pillars or different material pillars. I like to use the gourmet plates because they're very low profile and only one small grid square big, so I can outline the four corners of it and know exactly where my duck needs to go. It gets a little bit more complicated if you're placing off the grid, but I still do like the plates better. So we're going to carry our ducky back out, pick up the duck himself, and then lower that down. Oop. The low profile nature of these plates is also why I like using them as anchors so much. If I was using a paver, which is also a very solid option for most things, especially if they're bigger objects that you're trying to float or rotate, whatchamacallit. I lost my train of thought. But if you're using a paver, it might be harder to fit it under the shelf or wherever you might need it. Okay, now the question is, since we had to redo this anyways, do we also rotate him just a little bit, or is that going to look crazy? Let me see how much one rotation. I think that's a little much. So let's just keep them flat. Okay. And then with this, I am going to remove my plates because to get these back out later, I would most likely have to glitch the tub out of the way anyways. So let's reset now that we've picked up our plates. All right. Let's see if we can get a better angle. It's really hard to tell. Where is it? Okay, I think it is in there. You can just barely see it, but I think it is submerged. Oh, Jesus. And that looks about right. So cool, we've got our ducky. And then I still need to decide if I'm feeling that bookcase. Especially compared to the Capital Chic wall shelf there. Which, does this open? It does. Interesting. So we can hide something in there. Maybe some spare rubber duckies. But it's so simple compared to so ornate. So we might replace that real quick. Let's see. What do I have? Don't want that. Although I could glitch the mirror in. And that would be kind of fun. That's a maybe. I don't want to have to open the wardrobe because this is what I had there before. But I want it to just be a shelving unit. Let's see. Don't want to have to open the pantry. The small shelf would be the right size profile compared to the wall shelf, I think. Let's try it. What the fuck does it use clay for? And then I also need to grab the Capital Chic mirror. Okay, and I'm going to just cancel place this out of the way for now. And I'll pick it up and deal with that if I decide I like any of the Capital Chic options. So this one's not too bad. Let's see, are you... Oh, that's right, the centering got a little weird because of the plant here, which I put to try to offset the difference in, like, size. I do like this, though. Let me grab this mirror for cancellation. I think this one can actually be just, like... Okay, it'll need cancellation after all. I don't remember what slot that went into. Okay. Oops. I didn't have this placed, so the collision placement didn't work. Try that again. Needs to go a little higher. Which, this shelf is also very cute. Sokka, no growls. Sokka, come here. I don't care what the neighbors are doing. You're fine. Silly boy. I think one of the neighbors just got home, so he's all angry about it. Huh. Sweet Papa. That's a good lip you got. Can you go lay down? Can you go lay down? Good boy. I don't think we need all this. Let me grab this guy. Where's... Okay, so half a tab down. Can probably come in a little closer. Sorry, the camera keeps clipping through all the bugs. Yeah. Is that how I did that? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I like that. So let's come over here and pick up all the things. I'm gonna put this down here with the things that we're deciding not to use. Now, probably not tall enough to justify putting... it is candles and stuff, so you would only have to pull it down once in a while to light them. And that's really cute, actually. I like that. So then... put that guy there. Oh, wait, no. I lied. I'll have to go there so that the taller one can go in here. And I'll grab a couple more books, I think, to fill that in. Is that bottom? Yes, okay. Maybe some bottles too for like additional shampoo and things. I'm just going to put the rainbow tip away for now because I don't really know where I want to put him. Ooh, excuse me. And I'll put maybe 2 of those. I know I can get them from the mystery ones, but just half of them. Okay. I don't remember what any of these bottles look like. I know Lily Ratton had a few too. I don't know that I need a full jug in there though. Let's see. Don't need another rug. This planter, I think, was still pretty big. But I do want to grab some more plants from there. Let's see. Don't need any hanging plants, I don't think. See what that one looks like. Oh yeah, I've never actually looked at this item since I got it. Okay. That's a bunch of different things to look at, so let's see what we've got. It's a little too samey with the colors. too small. I think this is just a bookshelf. Ooh, the blue is just too samey there. Can't give this plant a little bit more breathing room. There we go. Okay, let me pick this guy up. Oh. I love that planter. I don't love it in this room. Good to know. These are really cute for like the barn on my other plot, but not what I want. I also think this might just be a little much. Probably should be the opposite order, realistically, for sunlight requirements, but that's okay. Books. I love this Caleri's Choice book item or whatever it is. Yeah, Caleri's Choice. That it just cycles through the different books that are available. I'm also not going to take the time, at least right now, to glitch books sideways and everything on here. There's another one I thought, yeah. There we go. And then, is this, no, that's just not placeable. Nope, okay. Let me actually put these down. Ah. Then you can come forward. And now I'll put some bottles back there. any of these squat enough to go down here? No. Oh, this one is. Okay. I think there might have been some spade pots that were nice. I don't know if they'll fit on that shelf. Oh, and I do still have this guy. I was really sad I couldn't use this chaise longue. But even dyed to shore colors, it just didn't match at all. But it was really disappointing. Okay. Oh. That's nice. I forgot there was a spa towel. Or a hand towel, rather. So that's one of the containers. Tea light holder is cute. Oh, and this side table might work for... I wanted to have something next to the toilet. Just so that I wasn't like, here's your shitter. So let's grab that. I'm not going to use the rugs because I like how those... Well... Let me grab the rugs. Which, if you're a Palia player and didn't know because Palia didn't tell you, the spa day rugs are available in the underground. They just didn't announce that. At least not in the original announcement. They could have updated the patch notes since, but... And on that note, if you don't already follow my Blue Sky and want breakdowns of... and breakdowns in general, but breakdowns of Palia patch notes for each update, go follow me there. I do one for every patch, and I only call out the stuff that's like distinctly important to me. But for instances like the builder set and sandbox sets that were released in this patch and not really accurately indicated for where they're obtained, I went through and as soon as the update dropped, made sure y'all knew where to find them. So go check me out there. I do that every update. Okay, well, I don't like either of these rugs. Although this one is very plush. And that was part of why I liked the Dragon Tide one. That's obnoxious. Let me see what that looks like dyed. It looks very pale, which is not reassuring. But we'll see. We'll see. Cool. That just took the gold, I guess, and none of the blue. I'll try the berry and the calathea, but that's frustrating. I don't think I'm gonna like the calathea. Nope. Oh, that is green. I knew it would be green, but that is green. Okay. That's disappointing. Oh no. The slippers sink into the rug. So I guess they can go here. That is cute. Okay. Let me try dyeing that one. I don't care too much about the wood matching for like trays and stuff. But for why does it turn the wood white? But for like full-on furniture pieces, I do prefer if it matches. This set is weird. Okay, let me get that out. There is a Dragontide rug, which we're coming up on nighttime, so I might go refresh the underground. Or it might actually be Moonstruck. I have it on my other plot that I want to check out in Shore and see if it works better than this one. Let me see. There might have been a Dragontide small rug too. Because I like the slight difference. That's a big one. Let me look it up real quick on the wiki. Just to make sure I'm not misremembering something. Hi, honey. I hope you're enjoying your lurk. Thank you for sticking around. What are you cooking for dinner? If you're listening enough to hear that question. I always have questions for people as they announce that they're lurking. And it's like, wait, no. I know I'm supposed to be lurk friendly, but come back. Okay. Let's see. Show me the rugs. Okay. There's only the abstract and the runner besides the round rug. Gotcha. So, LOL, you just finished cleaning up. You're getting ready, or you're ready for everyone to go to bed. I bet. What did you have for dinner then? Let me see if I like the original coloration of the Moonstruck better. It's a little dark. It kind of works, but not close enough, I don't think. That's sad. What other options do I have? I could do the Capital Chic. I think this one's fairly small. Oh, yeah, that one's square. I don't like that. That's the one I have. Let's see. I remember this one being relatively large. I'm so sad the spa day one didn't work. It's so disappointing. Let me see how big that one is. Yeah, that's too big for just a toilet. You had lasagna and Caesar salad and you baked some garlic bread. That sounds fantastic. I wasn't hungry a minute ago, and now I'm hungry. I'm going to try the Calathea first, just to see how green it is compared to the Dragon Tide. Very. The answer is very. That general shape is okay, though. So if the shore looks good, I might like that better. I initially went with the Moonstruck because there's a similar level of plush to the Dragon Tide. It's just so bland. Let me see what other colors of toilet there are. And I know I have the other toilet as well. That at least has the bellflower I didn't initially like, but it at least has more variety in color. So that might be better. It just felt very samey over here. So if I can break it up a little bit. I need to eat. I have strawberries next to me, and I had a shit ton of food before stream, and I'll have a shit ton of food after stream. So don't worry, I will eat. Yeah, none of these are really great. Or alternates. The Calathea is pink. Okay. Let's see how the bellflower actually looks in place. Yeah, that's better. I almost want to shove the rug into the wall, but it's going to stick out. And, well, I mean, I'm going to already have to cover up this corner. So I can cover up a rug sticking out. Let me just grab the other one for positioning. Da, 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 da. It's a shame this isn't, that wood pillar is a little janky as far as making this look centered, but that's okay. Doesn't quite work. I like that. That feels a little bit better and a little less obnoxiously in the way, I think. Maybe just a tick further forward. So I think I had it there before. Nope, that's the exact same spot I had it. Oops. Wrong item. But that's how you place wall items into the floor, including wallpapers. Uh, that's not centered. Which I can demonstrate. Wait. No, that would have been centered. It just looks dumber the further out it goes. I'm okay with this. But yeah, you can place wallpapers on the floor and vice versa. If you collision place. So I like that. That's cute. Okay. Let me grab a couple of those to demonstrate. So let me actually grab a wallpaper. So I am going to pick something up that will collide with me. And then I think this was in spot 7. So the same thing, placement button followed by the number key of the inventory slot you want to place very rapidly in order. And sometimes it doesn't work very well, as evidenced. This is supposed to be a tile wall. And the game got confused and stretched it into what looks almost like wood flooring, but someone got creative with it instead of squares. But yeah, it's very helpful with certain patterns when it works out. And it's a shame because that would have been a really cute floor tile. All right, still haven't grabbed a new like shelf or side table item for that area. Let's come back. I wanted to open this and see what we could get to fit. That's too big, but we might be able to put it up top. Also too big. Oh, these are little. That's nice. These can probably go over here. It's a little crowded. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now, there's already a towel there, so I'm not too worried about that. This is like just far enough out of the way that I keep wanting to jump off of it. I'll have to make more of these towels for next to the sinks. But put some extras in there. I'm also sad we didn't get the little Frogbert guy or whatever. I think that might actually be the Ogopu that we're getting in Alderwoods. Which, spoilers, sort of. They're from data mining leaks, so nobody knows for sure if they're actually going to stay in the game, but that might be one of our new huntables. But I'm sad we didn't get him, like, as an isolated object, separate from the tray. Let's actually put this incense burner or whatever up here. Tea light burner, yeah. And then our spare rubber duckies. Ducky's curious about the tea light. I don't know if this is I'm not good at remembering the genuses of plants, but it just reminds me of the baby toes Warthia that my wife used to be with. Quote unquote spare duckies. Yeah. I'm still very frustrated over Duckgate, but it is what it is. It's not like it's a surprise for Society 6 to, or Singularity 6 to do this. Can I light the tea light? Yes. Hee hee hee. That looks stupid. Let me actually open this. They kissing. Okay. And then there's room for another plant or something up there. Maybe a jug. And then I think I want to... I was going to say I think I want to dye those, but I think they're fine being fairly neutral. Yeah, that should be fine. So another hand towel. Although that's in a very left-hand position, but it makes more sense than having to reach so far. Hand towel. Oh, I can put a tray up there and fill it with a bunch of stuff. That works. I'll make some more towels, but I'll dye these so they look a little different. Not gonna do sure. Alabaster is a little much, I think, but so is autumn. Let's try the alabaster. I wish it showed in the thumbnail. I don't know why I thought I had been customizing a different area of this. That's okay. Weird. The hitbox on this shelf is, or tray is interesting. I don't think it actually lets things. Yeah, it doesn't sink in. So those towels are just floating. That's gross. How did they... Why? I mean, I know why, but... I don't expect this to be any better. Yep, they're floating. Okay, not using the trays. Okay, so one tick above the marker line and one tick closer to the mirror. Oh no, that was right where it was. Okay. The double vanity feels kind of obnoxious, but it's a big bathroom, so I feel like it makes sense. Okay, still need a bottle. Oh, I think it's a jug. Yeah. Oh no, I've packed it too densely. Okay, there's just enough room. Cool. I had a, I think, Dragon Tide end table under that shelf as well. But it felt a little too much. Let's see what these look like. I know the Lily Rotten one is small. It's very blue. We'll see how it looks. Oh, I don't like that it's round. Yeah, I think I had one of these underneath there. I'd have to go get more Flowwood planks for my other plot, though. Let's see. That's an option, for sure. Let me see. I think it's the Capital Chic nightstand that's about the same size. don't think it was dyed. But this way it'll match the set a little bit better. And it's tiny, which is perfect. I wish I used the darker blue, like in all besides the legs, but it's okay. Oh, I can open it. Cool. More room for hidden things. Not that I really have the item limit for it, but that's fine. That'll let me put more plants. That one might be cute. And candles. Medium and small jugs. Okay. Okay, thick bottle we've already placed one of. Wait. When the medium jugs are smaller than the small jugs, it's always confusing. Okay. And then relatively far away from the towels for the candles. Probably a good idea. Oh, this candle's big. Oh, that's bigger than I remembered. Oops. That might be a good one to swap for the jug. Yeah, that's cute up there. Is there enough room? And no. And I think that's more of a collision issue with the shelf than the jug. It's a shame. There we go. I like being able to see the thistles a little bit better. I wish the tea light was a little brighter, because you almost can't even see that there's something there. Let me move these down. Okay. Trying to get this to feel nice and cluttered, but also like organized and visually interesting. This is why the people who can do really, really complicated clutter impress me so much, because it takes me this long to put 7 items down. Okay. I think that looks all right. I don't really like those towels there. Okay. That feels better. Cool. So then before I continue and start decorating this part, I want to start getting a feel for what flooring I'm going to use and wallpaper. So let's see. I don't think I like this tile for the wall, but we'll see. The blue ivy wallpaper, I tried it when I was working on the curtained area leading to the checkerboard, and I liked that a lot. I think that'll be the wrong color, but and I don't want to go solid tone. Ooh, that could be interesting. Don't think that'll work. A lot of these wallpapers too, I just haven't seen, because my main plot was more or less built by the time I obtained them. So some of these I'll be experiencing for the first time. Okay. Okay, so I don't love this, but I'll put it up. Is that really how light it is? Okay, no. Okay, that's pretty. I don't know if it's quite right, but it's pretty. I'm guessing it's partially because my graphics are so low, but I hate that. Hopping off the computer for tonight, looking really good. Thank you, Vince. Thanks for coming by. I'll be wrapping stream up in like 15 minutes anyways, so have a good night, and thank you. We'll see if I don't just tear it all down and start it over. You know how that goes with me. Good night. Okay, so that's definitely not right. 10 times, at least. It's really cute, but I don't know that white primary walls are going to be the right vibe for this because I want it to be dark and cozy. But we'll see. We'll see. Absolutely not. I want to love this so bad, but it's not the right fit for this space. Hopefully I can find... It's also not... Oh no, it is a physical mosaic. Okay. Hopefully I can find a space for it, maybe the kitchen, but absolutely not in here. Nope. It's not the right fit for this. That would be a nice accent wall in like the bedroom or something. I like that a lot. I also don't know why it's acting like I have a window, because I don't have a window. But that wall is so shiny. Wrong tone. Oop. Ooh. This wall's another one that if we can use it somewhere, that's fun. Okay, this has barely any color to it. This is also fun, but absolutely not what we need. So I use this as an accent wall in my bedroom on my old plot, and I still love it. I don't know that it entirely works in here, unfortunately. And then this, which is unfortunately just slightly off the palette that we need. So let's see how just the ivy looks. I wish you could also change the color of the ceilings. I feel like that would help a lot with some of these builds. It looks okay. It's turning out so lovely. You can't wait to see the finished look. You're hopping off for the night. Enjoy. Sounds good. Thank you so much, honey. Have a good night. Um, I'm probably honestly just going to, let's see what Figment was playing, or Figment. But I think I'm just going to raid out at this point, because I would be able to spend 15 hours on just trying to figure out what to do with wallpapers. No one I follow is streaming Palia. So let me get set up with a raid. Let's find someone real quick. Because any of y'all who are here for drops, I want to make sure you keep them. Let's see. There are a lot of big streamers on right now. Okay. Let's set up with someone who's also doing some decorating. So, Irene Games. Never watched this person before. My apologies in advance if shit goes wrong. But thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all of y'all who came by, all of y'all who chatted and lurked, and the new follower as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time at the farm. Oh, I'll be back Wednesday. I don't know what I'm streaming yet for sure. I don't think it'll be Hello Kitty. I think it'll be either Snacko or Nexomon. But we shall see. I'll post updates on my Blue Sky, and if you don't already follow me there, go do so. Thanks again.